Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel this week. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I made this cute Victorian inspired top in a tutorial where I talk through all of the processes, the inspiration, and the eventual show up of the finished garment. So if you want to see how I created this top, keep watching. The main inspiration behind this garment was this stunning dress worn by Beyonce in her All Night music video. This was love at first sight. I knew I had to recreate this top in some way somehow. So I'll be starting out by drafting my pattern, and the front and the back has separate panels just to create more structure, and this is the sleeve right here. The first side of the front panel would be cut in the fold to create the central panel of the top, and the two sides will have two pieces, one on the left and the right side, and the same will be repeated for the back of the top as well. As for the sleeve, I slit it by the middle to add more volume around the arm to sort of mimic the way Beyonce's dress came out in the video. For the material used, I decided to go for this Ankara print, which has this beautiful sort of floral detailing everywhere on the material, and the color combination looks so well on my skin tone. And it's a material by Sona Wax. I'm not sure where they're from, but I got the material online. I will also be using black lining just to add warmth, and then baby scissors to cut thread, a big fabric scissors to cut my material, and then some zip to go in and out of the top, which I will attach by the side, and also black thread to sew. Okay, let's do this. Time to create. So I would lay all of my patterns down to maximize as much material as I can and to create as little waste as possible. And then I'll just pin the patterns down in the material and cut that in carefully around all of the edges, and not forgetting to notch points where parts will be joined together. That's a really important factor when it comes to sewing. So you just get it all nicely cut out and lay everything down just to show you have all your pieces together. So this is the tricky part. So you're going to join the two side panels to the middle one, and the same for the front, the back, and the lining as well. You want to make sure you create sort of like a figure 8 shape in front. This just makes the fit a whole lot better on the body when you put it on. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch that down. After joining the panels for the front and the panels for the back together, you go ahead and join that of the lining, and once you've joined the lining pieces together, you attach the lining to the front and the back before going ahead to join the side seams. Once you've joined the side seams together, it's time to fix the zip. I'll be using this short zip at the side of the garment to allow you get in and out of the blouse. To the standout feature of this blouse, it has to be the sleeve. So I started out by creating a channel on the head of the sleeve, and through this channel I am going to thread through an elastic string to create that puff fullness you saw earlier on. So I'm just going to attach a safety pin to the elastic band and just pass that through the channel. And when you get sort of like, when you see you're almost losing the elastic, I'm just going to hold that down with a pin so it doesn't get lost in the channel, and then just pass the rest of the elastic through all the way to the end. The second feature of the sleeve, we are going to be attaching an elastic band 6 inches towards the hem of the sleeve. So we're just gonna pull the elastic band as we sew in a machine. What this is going to do is create the gathers that you would see around the cuff of the sleeve. So since gathers was created at the head of the sleeve and at this point as well, it goes and it helps to create a leg of mousson feature, which is very evident and is the standout feature of this garment. And once that is all done, it is time to set the sleeve into the actual blouse along this point. And to make that easier, I'm just going to go ahead and use several pins to pin the sleeve to the actual garment before taking it over to the machine to sew. This just makes stitching really easier and prevents you from making any funny mistakes. So I'm just going to go ahead and join the first sleeve to the blouse. So once you're all done with the first sleeve, it's time to go ahead and work on the other sleeve as well. So you just essentially repeat the same process, create gathers around the head and around the cuff, and set that in. And once we are done with both sleeves, the top is finished. I have gotten so many compliments about this top. I just made a few tweaks just to adapt it to my body a bit more. I created two standout dots in the back and the front as well. And voila, it's all finished. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Check out the blog for more pictures and more tips. And I will see you next week. Bye!